Hello, my dearest confidant. So he's talked about, um, how we can manifest things in our lives and how we get the things that we want. And there's different schools of thought on that. Something that is really big right now going through the collective, through the energies, with this Lionsgate portal, um, is abundance. We keep talking about abundance and wealth, right? And, there's two sides to every coin. And, I was thinking about something my husband's been saying lately, and I've been changing his like every time he says it, I stop him and I'm like, nope, that's not true. Something he's been saying lately is it's always something. And I don't mean it like something better's coming. He's saying it in the context of, man, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? Like if this bad thing happens, then I can expect something else, or like Murphy's Law and all of those things, right? And if you think about abundance, you can have an abundance of problems too. It doesn't have to be positive. And so something that's heavy on my heart right now is, trying to create life-giving abundance, life-giving affirmations, life-giving love, right? I want an abundance of those positive things in my life. And even though there is a delicate balance that portrays, maybe what we're doing is thinking about the balance between good and evil, or the balance between positive and negative. And what we should be thinking about is the balance that exists when I have enough and you have enough, right? Those are both positive things. When I have more than I need and you have more than you need. And that's the type of abundance mindset that I'm trying to cultivate right now. And that includes like, yesterday I had another negative interaction on Facebook asking a simple question, and people were very like, oh, you hurt my feelings, you should go file a hurt feelings report. And I'm like, man, I really can see how this person hasn't been seen in their life, right? And so they're choosing to hurt other people because of them being hurt. And it really got me thinking about how can I create an atmosphere, because I said I wasn't going to interact with those things anymore. How do I create an atmosphere where I can see those things and not be affected by them? Well, it's about correcting that self-love aspect, and there's no reason why I can't address that in someone else, right? Even if they're not willing to take it. Again, it's about planting seeds. And so I can create an abundance mindset in them as well, even when they're used to having an abundance of negativity coming at them, so they're going to spew negativity. I can stop that and say, I can see the hurt that you've gone through that makes you behave this way, and I pray for self-love for you, or I send self-loving thoughts towards you, or something to that effect, right? And so let's think about this abundance mindset and think about how we can change it to our thing. And the first thing is recognizing our thoughts for what they are, right? We need to think about the fact that I'm saying, anything that bad can happen will happen, or bad things happen in threes. No, that doesn't have to be the case. Good things happen in threes. I am saying that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to turn the cheek on that and say what I am looking for is this instead. So then you're teaching yourself what you're going to tolerate and what you're going to look for, because all that stuff goes down subconsciously. Remember, your voice is extremely powerful. And so when you do that, you're teaching yourself what you will and will not accept. And you're also telling the universe, you're sending that signal back out. Universe, this is not what I expect right here. And I'm no longer going to tolerate that. But instead, I'm going to look over here and look for the abundance and the positivity, the good stuff that I want in my life. Because who wants to inherently cause pain and suffering on another human being, unless they themselves are in a environment of pain and suffering? And I need to save myself first, right? Put my mask on first. But then it's up to me to help those that can't help themselves or don't want to help themselves. Another powerful thing that you could say, even if it's not to them directly, but just energetically to them, right? Spiritually to them. I pray that you find the love that you seek. I hope that this is a seed that is planted that will help you to see the value in yourself. Just because someone's not awake right now doesn't mean that they cannot be awoken. Just like I was not always awake. Sure, I knew that some things were wrong. There were things that I wanted to change in my life, but I didn't know that I was asleep. I didn't know that I was conditioned. I didn't know that I was, all of these different terminologies and things. When it really comes down to, again, me loving myself and spreading that love throughout the world. And I don't treat people how I want to be treated. I treat people how they want to be treated. And, you can think about it that way. And especially when you put that spin on it, I want to love them like they want to be loved, because not everybody understands love the same. And the only way to speak to people and get them to, when you know them, is to speak to them in their love language. And so it behooves you to figure out what that is. And usually the thing that they struggle with the most is the area that they need the most love in their life. And so, or excuse me, not struggle with the most. The thing that they project the most is what they expect to receive. So for instance, one of my daughters really likes to receive gifts. She likes, so that means she didn't feel like she got enough when she was a child. And so it's up to me to make sure that I can give her gifts in a way that is meaningful to her. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be something big, And so just think about all of those things when you're thinking about creating abundance in your life. And, one of the best ways to create abundance in your life, especially if you're not used to focusing on yourself, is to see how you can create abundance in someone else's life without actually physically giving them anything or doing anything for them. I know that sounds counterproductive to what I just said, but I was just giving an example about my daughter. She has other love languages that I could focus on as well. And so, but knowing those things and about how you want to create that abundance in your life, that's the key right there. I love you, my dearest confidant. Until next time.